Hey, Jacob.
Yeah, yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Well, welcome back to the game.
because
We're
the
at
recording is in
episode,
process.
It's
we're at
progress.
episode insert here. Because I've lost track. Yeah, we're playing tonight, so that's fun.
And the
Uh,
recording's in progress.
So yeah.
Have I told you all lately that I love you? Because I was waiting to see who would say it. Just waiting.
I was waiting.
Yeah, what I really need to do is I really need to set up a saving throw that at some point in the episode that you're gonna have to make, and just every time that somebody says the recording is in process, the DC for that saving throw is just gonna get one higher.
That's pretty rude.
Yeah, especially when it's the recording that's in progress.
That's true.
I love you all, but I despise.
I love you all. I hate you.
But all kidding aside, we're barreling quickly towards the end of the first season, which season 2 is just going to be a continuation of this storyline. So that's good. But yeah, without too much waiting, let's go ahead and get the game started.
Insert new theme here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna update the theme so that it's a mix of the two themes, right?
Yep.
So that'll be interesting. That's something new.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Cool. So we'll just pick up where we left off, which is you all pushed the combined forces of Dawn, Dalaran, and Calamity Hellborn to the point where they retreated. Not before they could before you pushed them back, they did, however, do dramatic damage to the Wavering Tower. So the Wavering Tower is both visible and unable to move at the moment. You have a couple of people from a seemingly different realm because they came through a portal. They say at least some of them are from this realm, but you can't quite verify that at the moment. And yeah, throughout the Wavering Tower, there's a lot of questions to be asked. What would you guys like to do?
Well, I, as Goon, would like to look to the main wizard guy and go, all right, show me where I got to fix this thing. I feel like I got a natural hand at fixing things, so I'm going to go help fix the tower.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can certainly help lay some brick, but there's more than just physical damage that's been done to the tower. It's going to take time, magic, and some materials before we can get this get the Wavering Tower moving. And I'm not sure if we have that time, but we do appreciate your help with any and all physical labor. If that's what you're offering.
I mean, I was offering physical labor. I was offering some artificer labor. I'm no stranger to some cool stuff. See my hand?
I can offer a cool high five and a pat on the back.
Thank you.
I can offer nothing.
You're a walking booster pack. My man, let's go down and jumpstart the batteries to this tower and at least get it invisible again. I feel like that's all it's going to take.
That would, getting it invisible again would definitely be a plus.
All right, let's get that happening, because you guys said you can't have us leaving it alone, and it's all needs to be protected.
But yeah, visible is just makes it more likely and a lot more visible for roving patrols.
May I ask what patrols would be roving?
Well, just the regular militias, witch hunters, people loyal to the crown, just the regular stuff. Not anything you guys haven't come across before.
Well, then
Okay.
that's no real struggle to us, is it, team? I feel like with our newfound friends, everyone's going to be super helpful.
Are they friends?
Well, you told me I couldn't punch them, so I'm assuming that means they're friends.
Oh, that's because we were being attacked.
Nope.
Maybe you
nope,
should
that's
talk with.
you should know by now, Corbin. You should know by now. If I don't get to punch them, they're my friends. That's why I haven't punched you, friend.
Wow.
That's the
A
only
low
reason.
bar.
Sound logic. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, it's not that. That's the only reason.
No, you've got a very comfortable bathtub too.
Oh my goodness.
And I kind of like you, chum. And I'm gonna buck him on the shoulder like a friendly buck on the shoulder friends do.
I rub my shoulder.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, metal arm. Forgot it's got a little weight behind it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. So how about you and I go down? We'll go down to the tower and we'll go see if we can't get it going invisible again. I feel like you and me can make it happen.
If you say so.
I certainly
right.
don't think I could be of any help, but I love to see the camaraderie. Very
Yeah.
good.
Where'd the little bird guy go?
Girl.
Bird girl. Sorry. Yeah, you know me and my misgendering accidentally.
That's fine.
Accidentally. Where did the bird girl go?
Right? I'm not wrong.
What's-
I didn't correct him for nothing.
No, what's funny is he misgendered Tuba too.
Yeah, I know.
I did.
But if I remember correctly, she went with her brother into the lantern
Oh yes.
before the battle got started.
Yes,
That's
because
right.
had some power outage difficulties or something.
Computer froze on me.
That's what it was.
That's right. But where is that bird girl? Maybe we could, I don't know, I feel like maybe they might be helpful. At the very least, they might be, good company.
At the very least, would be more helpful than me.
Yeah, I like birds.
You immediately go, yep.
You want to go into the lantern and go get them?
Sure.
So as everybody moving around, you see kind of off to the side, Sabbath, the tiefling that had, or the type that had come through, seems to be lying on the ground unconscious with milky white eyes, and Marlith and Hestia are moving them into the tower. A door opens. Essentially, you think it would lead to an infirmary, just how the Wavering Tower works. And as you guys are kind of making your way back to the pinnacle of the tower, which is where you guys were and where you left the lantern, you lose track of Imogene. She
Oh,
just kinda
good.
says that she has something that she needs to do, but it leaves you guys alone for right now.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so are we going to go get Rebecca and see about this tower?
Sure.
Again, I can be of zero help to you as a druid, but I'm here for moral support.
You can make the
Hey.
tea. I
I
think
can make so
about that
many
for a second
types of
ago.
teas.
We
You
have
could
enough
also
tea.
make some liquid bread.
I could make liquid bread, and I can
Yep,
make tea.
That is a
Corbin,
team
Yes.
effort.
what type of tea would you like? The same type as last time?
No. That's fine.
Oh,
Oh, wait, you're offering that tea? Fuck, I'll have some.
great. Bliss is going to make everything tea again then.
God.
Okay.
Proud favorite.
How can this backfire while trying to fix a magical tower's invisibility spell?
Well, we don't know yet. That's the fun.
All right, Mr. Wizard, show me to where the spell's kept.
I'm gonna go run over and fetch Rebecca.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
maybe you didn't hear me, Mr. Wizard, because maybe I'm still silenced. But I was asking if you could show me how your spell for invisibility works on this tower, so that we could help you get it going again.
So it's not a single spell. It's a wrap of spells. Like it's multiple spells cast throughout the tower. We do have an object that powers these spells. You're more than welcome to take a look at it. Done already, but I feel that it's not something that you'll be able to mend or fix quite the way you're looking to.
I don't suppose it's organic or plant related.
It's a plant-based object.
If it were, I could probably help.
I mean, there are many aspects of the Wavering Tower, that use many different types of magic, ranging from the arcane to the natural. So you'd be surprised, but you may be able to.
Interesting.
I also, Bliss, could you come with me?
Yes.
Because I believe the other wizard wanted to look at one of the kids.
Oh, okay. Yes, then. Is it Cobble or one of the other?
No, one of the other.
Okay. Definitely I can carry them or do whatever you needed help with.
Well, if you wanted to, do that side quest, basically.
Yeah, I am way more helpful with that.
Yeah. Well, they're not here, so I can't ask about Sabbath's condition.
Well, so you see, as you're talking about the spell plague, you see a door open and Canis walks through.
No one said anything about the spell plague.
Oh, the kid. The kid who has the spell plague that he was going to.
No, I know,
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
Go forth. So I will grab an unconscious child.
Phrasing.
Yep.
Yep.
And bring it wherever I'm supposed to.
You put it in the burlap sack first, right?
No.
I don't think so. There is a burlap sack that came through the portal, but it
I was
hasn't been
not
opened.
going to carry them in a sack.
How else are you going to carry an unconscious child except in a burlap sack?
Over my shoulder.
Yeah. Or in your arms.
Yeah.
You ever carry an unconscious child in your arms?
Yes,
before?
many times.
Yes.
Oh,
I am a father, you remember.
Have you ever carried an unconscious child in a burlap sack before?
I don't hit them off as many doors that way.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's just go grab.
I'm just thinking about the safety of the child here, people.
I don't think you are.
I will point out there was a burlap sack that came through the portal with the others. So.
Okay.
Well, we're going
If
up
you
that
want
way to get the lantern anyway, so we can look at the burlap sack at that point.
I still don't think I'll be putting a child in it, but we can decide when we get there if that makes you feel better.
I mean,
It does. It does. I just want you guys to have your options.
you start on what's going on downstairs, and I'll meet you as soon as everything else, once I get Rebecca and everything. Is that,
Sounds
or
good.
would you like to come with us?
No, I like this idea. I like
Okay.
this idea a lot. But just before we go, hands in.
Okay.
I put the gauntlet in.
Yep.
I'm carrying a child, but I will put one hand in.
All right.
We haven't gotten the
Go.
child yet.
Oh, I'm not carrying
We're
a child. And
we're in the huddle first.
Yeah.
okay. Huddle.
Yeah. Okay. Go team.
Bliss also
and
says,
I
go
Is that the name of this group? Is team?
We're a team.
We're team
Would you
team?
like group? Would you like group?
Are we group
Go
team?
group.
I was more of a fan of team projects over group projects, but we can be a group.
Either way,
It's
we'll mull
a
about the name later.
we can be a threesome.
Right now,
That one sounds a little odd.
That
it does.
No, you know what? It's pretty simple. There's 3 of us. It's a threesome.
We'll think about that later, maybe. We'll
Go.
put a pin in it.
Corbin
threesome.
like stretches his collar a little bit.
Go threesome. Moving on.
All right.
Yeah, that. And I raise my hand, like from the huddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. To get a child.
Best.
To the lantern.
I do think it's kind of funny that the group is like 6 or 7 people, and we're called the threesome.
That would confuse people, for sure.
I love it. Well, I mean, it's gonna confuse our enemies too, because we're gonna be like, you
It
guys better
confuses
watch out.
me.
The threesome's coming for you.
And then like 7 people show up.
You don't want to mess with this threesome.
Yeah, that would be very confusing.
Okay, we'll workshop the name later. Let's go do our respective jobs.
Sounds good. I'm gonna head off towards the tower.
Okay.
And
I'm
we
going
go
to-
upstairs.
Yeah. Up to where our lantern is so that we can get into the lantern so that we can get Rebecca and a child.
Yep. I'll go over and grab the burlap sack, I guess.
Sure.
I'm assuming we're gonna keep it with. I mean, you don't waste not, want not. So let's just keep
let's
burlap sack in the lantern, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
You could use it. I'm sure.
Okay, so you walk up the stairs as Goon goes downstairs. And when you do reach the top, you do see that there's a burlap sack, and you do see your lantern.
Mhm.
Who wants to go for what first?
I'll grab the burlap sack, and I mean, Bliss, if you want to just go into lantern, I'll be
Yeah,
right
I
behind you.
plan to enter the lantern.
As you pick up the burlap sack, you see that like you feel that it starts to move as if there's something inside it.
Oh, is it Hestia's mouse?
No, I know what it
no.
is. Like meta, I know what it is, but
It's another child.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like with Goon's like message of, hey, kids usually go in burlap sacks. I'm just like, oh geez, and I like open it up to see if there's a child inside.
I hope not.
Can you give me a dexterity saving throw?
I sure can't. That's a 6.
Ooh.
So you feel the sack move and you open it, and as you open it, like almost close to your face, you see what looks like a 2.5, 3 foot tall kobold. Multiple spikes jump out.
Ah! I fall.
Am I still around? Before I go into the lantern, I guess I check on Corbin because he's yelling.
Yeah, actually, I guess we have lore on Cobble heard the exchange from inside the lantern when I fought the witch hunters.
Right.
So even if you were in the lantern, you would have heard it.
Well, okay, Corbin's yelling. I go find out why.
Okay. So, Krista, you're going inside the lantern?
I was going to go inside the lantern, yes.
So you're going inside the lantern. While you're inside the lantern, you hear Corbin's screams.
Well, I don't know if I've gotten there yet, but either way, if I heard his screams, I would be concerned.
Okay, so are you in the lantern right now or not?
In my mind, I wasn't. In my mind, I had turned to walk away, and Corbin yelled.
Okay. All right, so would you want to turn around and see what Corbin's yelling at, or would you rather go in? Okay. So you turn around and you... Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what you guys are trying to do. So you turn around, you see Corbin has opened this burlap sack, and you see that this creatures jumped out and startled him. He's fallen on his ass, and this kobold is essentially running around. It looks outside, not used to sunlight. His eyes kind of almost start to steam, and he runs into a dark corner and is kind of shaking.
Corbin, what is that?
Do I
Where
know
did
that
it
it's a
come from?
kobold?
You
It came from the
can-
burlap sack.
You can roll a nature check.
Okay. I'm
It doesn't
okay
seem to
at
like
it.
the sun.
I got a 12.
You are aware of what kobolds are, so yeah, you know that it's a kobold.
It
It looks
very
looks
different.
weird for a kobold,
Yeah.
but it is a kobold.
That's a. I think it's a kobold, but the ones that I know of don't really have spikes and everything. It definitely doesn't like sunlight, and apparently these people put it in a bag.
To keep it from the sun? To
I
protect
don't know.
themselves?
We should probably ask.
All right, ask them or ask it?
Do you know Draconic?
No.
I don't know if it knows Common, so I'll just like I'm not gonna go really close to it. I'm gonna be like maybe 20 feet away and just be like, "Hi, do you understand me?"
Me Spike.
Hey,
Hello, Spike. Why were you in a bag? Do you know?
Me Spike.
Okay.
Me. And you see he's like trying to figure out words he not know very many.
It's okay. I don't know if
Where-
anyone around knows Draconic.
Where others?
Oh, yes. So there. Do you mean like the very tall? Do I know that she's an ASMR?
Sure.
Sure. The tall ASMR, the tiefling, the other tiefling, and the bird person.
It's giving you like a stupefied look. It doesn't quite know what you're saying.
I guess. I like motion for
let's
the
start
height of
flapping.
Sabbath, and then like mime having horns.
Bliss starts flapping.
It's at you with bizarre looks.
Oh no.
We'll be right
Remind us
back.
that we should never play charades.
Liz, do you want to watch Spike?
Okay,
Make sure that Spike's okay, and I will go grab Rebecca like I had planned.
I offer
Actually,
Spike.
I don't know if I know Rebecca's name.
Yeah. Let's see what I can do here.
Okay. I go into the lantern to try to find Rebecca, the bird person.
When-
So we'll go with just first, and we'll jump back
Sure.
to.
I'm
Um,
looking to see if there's anything I can do with Spike.
All right, so you go in, you see that from the last time that you've been in the lantern looks a little bit different. The house looks a little bit bigger, almost like it's ready for more people.
I'm never gonna
and
get
while there is
used
still
to
a
that.
couple cracks in the sky. Some of the places that have that had like chunks of the sky fall upon them seem to have liquefied, and now there are some small little ponds around the lantern.
Okay. You are very low. Just so you know, I can fix that portion in
Alright.
post, but if I don't know if you can get louder.
Am I better now?
Yeah, you're more speaking voice now.
Yeah, I think I might have had my finger over the.
Oh yeah. do I see the bird person, or are they outside, or if they're not, I'll go into the house.
Rebecca, what are you doing? Where are you?
Okay, so Rebecca would be outside the house, not feeling comfortable entering it. But you would see her sitting on the ground, gazing at some of these cracks in the sky, while Carlos is playing with food in the background.
Food, the dog, or the mount, not. Yeah, okay.
Yes. And right in front of Rebecca, sitting where she sits, is a plant. I can tell you what kind of plant. It is an Alocasia odora that is growing out of the ground in front of her.
Can you describe it? Because I have no idea what that is.
It is basically a long-stemmed plant with giant lettuce-like leaves that grow out of each stem. Kind of has a semblance to celery almost in the way it's made.
Okay.
Except it's just one leaf instead of multiple.
Okay.
And they're big. It is also known as the elephant ear.
Ah.
And yeah, she's just sitting there with it in front of her. She's gazing up at the sky, and Carlos is playing with food.
Corbin, I guess, slowly walks up to you and says, "Hi, I don't know if we've formally introduced ourselves, but my name's Corbin. Welcome to our stronghold, I guess you could call it."
She kind of looks over at him with a little bit of side eye, gives a little bit of kind of a nearly imperceptible nod, and you hear from several voices, "Rebecca!"
Corbin
Rebecca!
Corbin jumps at the caw. Hi, Rebecca. Do you know?
She nods again.
Someone named Spike?
She moves her head. Oh yeah, you wouldn't have been able to see the side eye, but she moved her head as if giving you the side eye. But yeah, she tilts her head, trying to think, and then shakes her head no.
I think that Corbin is still holding the burlap sack. So there's a kobold out there with a lot of spikes on them, and they're asking for the other people. I was wondering if the other people was you and the other 3 that came with you.
She kind of sways back and forth a little bit, pondering something, and then she turns. Many voices come back at you saying, "I just met them before."
I just met them. Okay, well, we're safe now, for now. But would you be willing to help us fix the tower? Maybe, possibly?
How?
Well, we're going to try to find out. So one of the things that we need to do is we need to fix the invisibility device. And we also need to get it moving again. Currently, it is what we would call a sitting duck.
Caw.
I was going to say half bird jokes.
Ha. It's a
Quack.
turn of phrase.
She slowly gets up, stands up, and she points to Carlos. Will he be safe?
There's nothing in here that should be dangerous for Carlos, as long as I look at like the little pools around and go, can he swim? I don't know how deep those things are. Those kind of just appeared.
When I leave, he does nothing.
Okay, yeah, he should be fine. I'm like trying to rack my brains. Like, would any of our mounts want to eat a child? I don't think so.
Yeesh, I hope not.
Because that would be the only thing. And like they're in the stables, so it should be fine. As long as he stays away from the stables, he'll be fine.
She'll mentally get Carlos to go up to the house and kind of like sit in a shadowy area.
Yep.
Cover himself, and then go to sleep, technically.
Before
The eternal sleep.
yeah. Before I go, I want to look towards I'm not going to like walk up to it. I just want to see if there's like a letter in the mailbox. Like if the little flag is up.
There is.
Okay. I will meet you outside. I just got to grab something and I walk over towards the mailbox.
Yeah, you also should probably grab the kid.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to send Bliss in at that point. Oh, when you go out there, can you tell Bliss, and then I stop for a second, the tall Minotaur or Astorian, the one that looks like a water buffalo, tell them to come in or that they can come in now.
I can.
All right, thank you. And I walk over to the mailbox.
You walk over to the mailbox and you open it. I imagine you're expecting a letter, right?
I don't know what I'm expecting. I was just checking to see if there's mail.
There is no letters, but there does seem to be a package.
Oh dear. I grab the package and see if it's addressed to anybody.
It just says all.
All.
Okay, I guess once we have everybody here, we'll open it. I'm just gonna set it beside the mailbox and put the flag back down.
All right. So Rebecca exits the lantern and meets Bliss, who is looking after the kobold. Bliss, what did you want to do with Spike?
Well, as a druid, I have mold earth, and it says I can cause shapes, colors, or both to appear in dirt, stone, spelling out words, or creating images. So I would like to draw the bird, the tiefling, and the Aesimer when he said, "Where are the others?" to try to maybe figure out how to talk to him.
It looks at
like
the drawing.
Very rudimentary drawings.
Looks at the drawings, looks at you, looks back at the drawings, looks at you. Very blank look on its face.
You were in a bag. Why? I draw a bag and a question mark.
It doesn't understand what a question mark is.
Fair enough.
It sees the bag and it goes over and actually picks up the bag and then tries to hand it to you.
I point at him and the inside of the bag, and then
He starts getting back in the bag.
No.
He thinks that you're asking him to go back into the bag.
No. no, little one. Why in bag? Why you in bag?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Where from?
I
Still
don't.
nothing.
I don't know.
Why here?
And you see, he points to Hestia.
Okay. All right. That one. Uh, right. Okay.
And then
You.
he like takes like his claw and he starts to draw next to the like with his claw next
Mhm.
to the figures that you've made and makes another figure
Okay.
with kind of pointy ears and
Do I recognize them?
roll
Like,
an insight.
did they also come through the thing?
Roll an insight.
I'm on it. 1 second. Ah! Insight. Please hold. Okay. 16.
You're not quite sure just because it's a very rudimentary
Yeah.
picture, but it does look like he's trying to say that there was someone else.
Okay.
At this point, this is where Rebecca comes over.
Hello. Did you know this person, this beast? Do you know them? I'm asking Rebecca, not him, because he clearly cannot answer me.
Caw!
Oh my god. For a brief moment, Bliss thinks that this person also does not speak common, and that she's gonna have to start drawing again. This creature yours? And I point at him.
She shakes her head, turns around, and goes over to the one person that she kind of recognizes, and that I believe is Hestia.
Hestia's not there.
Oh,
Hestia's
Yeah,
in
No, it's
the
just me and the kobold.
yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Hestia.
Then she will then just point at the group that she drew,
Yeah.
and if there's a picture of me, wipe out the picture of me.
What? Blitz is losing their mind. They have no idea what that means.
I don't know them.
You speak common. Oh, good.
Well, you hear it in many voices. I don't know them.
That's still something I understand, thank God. I mean, I'm just trying to determine who the owner of this creature is. I assume that means they aren't yours.
Never seen.
When you say owner, Spike takes his claw and he starts drawing another being.
Good lord.
But this being looks a little bit more abstract and a little bit more dark. And they're surprisingly good at like etching this out in the stone. And when it's finished, it points and says, "Master, Master Bad."
Master here?
It nods its head.
Like nodding as in yes?
Yes.
Oh.
Master,
Okay.
Master came here.
Oh. I have no idea what to do with this little man. I say, were you hiding?
Running.
Running. From Master?
Not from.
To Master? I'm basically trying to determine if I should hide him or not.
Yeah, so he seems harmless enough. Like you can roll an insight if you want.
Well, I guess I don't know if it will benefit him if I hide him or if he wants to leave because he wants to find his master. Oh, that insight is not going to help us.
What did you roll?
And 2 plus 2 is 4.
You are not quite sure what to believe, but it is starting to get very frustrating to try to speak with this creature.
Yeah.
I will highlight there is a reason for this. This kobold has not had to speak to anyone for its pretty much entire life.
No,
So
I don't. I
it barely
assume.
knows when
I say, I'm going to go in there and point at the lantern. And I just kind of like walk towards it to see what he's going to do.
He just looks curious as he's like as if he's watching you.
Okay. You stay here. I go there. And I go towards the lantern.
You see, he points. He's like, "You stay here. I go there." And he starts walking towards you as you go in.
Ah, all right. Well, I'm still going into the lantern.
All right. So as you go back into Lantern, I am going to go down a couple floors to Goon.
Yep.
Right
So-
here. Let's do this.
Goon, you are led by a couple of aides down to essentially it looks like a simple door, but it seems to be on like a curved wall. The aide looks over to you. He's like, "You sure you're ready for this?"
Oh, man, if I could tell you how many things I've fixed that were magical, it would actually be a short conversation. But yeah, I'm ready. Let's do
I was
this.
going to say it's at least one.
Yeah.
Is it even one?
Yeah, I fixed this Aspidian Spire one time.
Yep.
But anyways. All right. Let's take a look at this.
Okay. So he opens the door, and you're gonna step into the door.
I am.
Okay. How familiar are you with MC Escher?
MC Escher, the musician.
Gesundheit?
Yeah. MC Escher's not a musician. A second.
That's like MC Hammer, right?
No. Do you remember the famous painting of the Impossible Stairs?
Oh yeah, the pendant.
Yeah, that's MC
the-
Escher. That's an MC Escher painting.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I know optical illusions.
Okay. So imagine that, but about 20 times more complex. You basically enter a room that seems to connect to many other rooms in like 4+ dimensions. In the middle of this room, there seems to be a very large orb that has metal, stone, and wood kind of encircling it. And
Are we talking like encircling, like, you know, like the rings of Saturn encircle the planet, or are they like just
kind of
like? Are we looking like a baseball where like part of it is made of wood, part of it is made of stone?
So it looks like they each have their own. I wouldn't say orbit. It's more like a upside down horseshoe.
Okay.
It looks like they are 3 separate. You can't see where like the other side because it's on the other side of the orb. And you can't really tell if they're moving or not.
Okay. Is the aide still there with me?
Yes.
All right, buddy. How does this usually look?
About like this is actually not as complex as it usually is.
Okay, so we're slowing down. We're slowing down on the complexities.
Mildly.
All right. Mildly. Does it kind of seem like it's maybe out of alignment rather than completely stopped?
Well, with the damage that was done to the outside of the tower, think it might have affected some of the inside of the tower.
Yeah, that would make sense. Right.
I think honestly we might need to replenish a few things.
All
That's
right, what's it look like?
Pardon?
I didn't say anything. Sorry.
Yeah. So it looks like we might need to replenish a few things. Like you might be able to mend the steel, and he points to the metal ring. And if you know someone who can manipulate wood, they might be able to fix that. But we're gonna need some material in order to fix the stone there. And unless you know a wizard shop nearby that sells lithium, yeah, we're gonna be kind of stuck here plain as day. If we at least get that erythium, then we can possibly cloak ourselves, but we're going to need to find a way to move.
All right. Well, first things first, let's try and tackle this metal. If we can get that metal lined up, I know somebody who can work with wood. And at the very least, I used to work in some old stone mines with a bunch of dwarves. I know my way around a chunk of granite when I got a little bit of quartz even.
Can you roll nature check?
A nature. Maybe. I can. In a second.
Okay.
My phone just glitched on me. Give me 2 seconds. That is a 14.
Okay. So with that, you, again, since you've worked with stone and metal and stuff before, erythium is a pretty hard to come by substance with highly magical properties. So it's not going to be something that you can find, or generally not something that you can find naturally. You're going to have to find somebody who knows how to make it. It's closer to like a stone-made alloy.
Yeah. What's it called again? Sorry, say it again.
Erythium.
Erythium. Yeah, that's not something we're going to find at the local Hovel Depot. So we'll have to go and. Well, you guys got quite the array of supplies here in this tower. What are the odds you guys have some?
All the erythium that we have has been depleted. We only need a little bit right now because we can basically just need to make a jump to somewhere where we can get a lot more. But yeah.
So the erythium's going to get us moving, but the other 3 things will at least get us hidden.
No, the erythium will get you invisible.
Gotcha. All right. Well, first things first. Let's tackle this metal. I'm going to start. Can I do an investigation towards the metal part and see what needs to be done?
Sure.
Okay.
So you want to investigate the middle part?
Yeah.
Like
I want
the giant orb?
Yep. I don't know if is that investigation or arcana.
It would be an arcana.
Arcana. Oh, it's the same. It's a +2, so. Give me a second. This thing sucks rolling dice, so I'm just running downstairs and grabbing one.
Sure.
So how about that?
That's an 18 on the arcana.
Oh.
All right, so you've never actually seen one in person, but you have heard of a smaller version of this, rumored to exist years ago, called a portal disc.
Oh, right. The portal discs. Okay.
So this would essentially be a portal drive, and this is what allows the tower to move.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I can see it's got the early model there, the portal drive. Okay. So if I'm looking at this thing, do I see any physical damage on it, or can I feel any sort of like magical damage?
Yeah. So as you look it over, you do see that it is extremely cracked, and there's a small light shining inside of it, but to your knowledge, it should be a lot brighter.
Right. Okay. So it's cracked and the light is out. Can I tell what the source of light is coming from? Is it like a fire or is it like an
It's some
energy?
kind of internal magic. Can
Internal
you
magic.
roll me an investigation?
I can roll you an investigation. That is a 15.
Okay. So you're looking at it here, knowing what you know, making some educated guesses. You know that if it was on a smaller, if it was a smaller device and it tried to move, it would probably tear the device apart when it tried to move. So on a macro scale, essentially, if you try to move the Wavering Tower right now, it will fall.
Right. So we're not trying to move anywhere. All I'm trying to see is, with my investigation, can I roll another investigation?
Sure.
Okay. Because what I'm trying to investigate is that if I can somehow weld the crack closed and seal the source back inside of the metal, is that going to contain the power so that it glows brighter, or is that going to diminish it?
Roll.
Do I need to do I need to add fuel to the fire first before I close it, or what?
roll an Arcana?
Oh, that is a 17.
Yeah, you know by the size of it, you're not going to be able to just mend it. It essentially needs to be replaced, even if by something similar.
The power source or the whole drive?
The whole device. So the device itself is a power source. It's
Gotcha.
essentially, it is both a battery and a device.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're gonna need a new one. All right. Well, I know a battery.
A person who is a battery.
Yeah, and I know a piece of wood, or someone who can at least mend wood.
Yeah, I mean, I can grow wood.
I'm just wondering if we're in a pinch, if we can become the motor people. That's all I'm thinking. But we need that other stuff first. All right, there, Mr. Guide. Can take me back out to the powers that be. We got to go try and find that. Not Ethereum. Why was I going to call it Ethereum? Rithium. Thank you. We need to go find that stuff so we can at least get you guys invisible, because at the moment, you suckers are busted up hard. You got no movement whatsoever, and if you try to, this thing's going to go kaboom.
Yeah, that was what we feared too. It's possible we might be able to find erythium in the nearby town, but trying to find a way to fix the engine here is going to be hard.
My man, I don't think we're fixing this thing. I think we're replacing this thing by the looks of it, unless you.
That's even harder.
Yeah, well, unless you wizards know how to shoot a force field around this thing and know how to spot weld like they do back there on the shipyards, this sucker's cracked wide open and there's no way to replace it. Like you've got so many stress fractures on the metal, it's just not going to work. The wood we can magic that, but this is metal and you need some hardcore welding on this.
Yeah, it's like a metallic glass. Like it's see-through, but it is made of a strong metal, an arcane metal at that.
We're looking at like mithril here.
Essentially.
Do I have any history working with mithril when I was working in the mines with dwarves?
It's not mithril.
Well, that's outside my wheelhouse.
You would know if it was mithril, and mithril, it wouldn't be see-through. This is like metallic glass.
Oh, this is like pure opaque. This is like Dr. Manhattan's spaceship in The Watchmen.
Yeah, it would be closer to that. It's going to be a difficult fix. It's pretty much otherworld.
Well, we know a few beings from the other world.
Perhaps they might have a way to teleport. Who knows?
Exactly. At the very least, we know a wizard that does portals because I walked through a trap spell that sent me back a couple yards. Maybe one of you guys can port me over to the next town. I can at least get the Retherium.
Honestly, if you have a horse, you can probably get there in a couple of hours.
A horse? My man, I've got something better than a horse. I've got a beaver.
I've got a beat.
What a weird statement to tell somebody.
Yep.
The guy looks at you and he's just like, okay, sure. And he's gonna take you up to the stairs. So as you start going upstairs, Bliss, you have stepped into the lantern. You go into the lantern as Corbin is kind of on his way coming out of the lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, did Rebecca send you?
No. I just thought I would eventually come because that was our plan.
Yeah. It was just... Don't worry about it. Yep.
Okay, great. If there's that thing following me, that might just be happening now.
Oh, you mean Spike?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Speak of the devil, the kobold walks in. It's very confused on how it got inside the lantern, but it's confused by a lot of things.
Magic.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. It just seems like Spike might follow me.
For now.
Yeah, at this time.
It's very curious. It's kind of like not walking underneath you or anything like that, but it's staying pretty close. It knows at this point that you can be trusted enough to stay around.
Mm-hmm.
Good. So I will go get one of the children. Where should I meet you, or what's the plan here?
Take them to Canis, I believe his name was.
Okay. Do we know where that is? Should I know where that is?
Well, you could probably ask one of the people around.
All right, I will do that. Good luck with the machine.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get that sorted quickly. Hopefully there's not like some major welding or anything that needs to be happening.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I will do that then. We will part ways.
Cool. I exit and... Oh, before I exit, there's a package, but we're going to open it when everyone's here. It says to all. So...
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound ominous at all. I'm sure it will bring only great things
Oh,
for
it'll
us.
be fine. What are you talking about? I say somewhat sarcastically.
Oh, I can tell. All right. Whose path do you want to follow, our dear DM?
Okay. So you'll go and grab one of the kids who's in their coma from the spell plague. And you're gonna be back out of the lantern in about a minute or so, anyways. So Corbin will just kind of
Follow me, I guess. Okay. Yep.
Well, basically, go ahead.
Oh, I was say I just basically start going down to where I'm supposed to meet Goon.
Yeah. So as you like open the door, Goon's gonna walk. Basically all four of you end up in the same spot that you kind of almost started the session in the like atrium of the tower.
So,
hey guys.
So how is it?
Oh man, I don't know what to tell you. Massive crack, massive welding needed. We are out of our wheelhouse here, boys and girls and birds.
And birds.
What's the little spiky thing?
Well, that's a great question, isn't it?
If the answer's not a welder, it's not helpful.
I don't think it can shoot fire.
Gosh, I hope
You shoot
not.
fire, bub? Anyways.
Yeah, it definitely can't, though.
Oh, bummer. Anyways, this tower's going nowhere, and if it does, it's definitely going to go kaboom. We could get it invisible again, at least.
Well, that's
but
good.
we got to get this stuff. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it called Rithium.
Have I heard of it?
And
Roll an Arcana or a Nature.
Ooh,
They're
I'm
both
good at nature.
the same thing. It's only a 12. I'm not a
I'm
welder.
good at. I'm gonna roll 2.
Go for it.
That was bad. Never mind. 7.
Both of you have heard of Erythium.
Okay.
You heard it in passing. You don't know what it is. Corbin, you've heard about it more in like alchemical circles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that it has some kind of magic properties, but you don't know what those properties are.
Okay. I've heard of it, but not super familiar.
well, I don't blame you. It's like super freaking rare. But basically, it's magic. And they don't have any here, and I'm doubting highly that you have some in that lantern of ours.
Oh.
So I'm the only thing I can think we can do is go to the next town over and see if we can find a magic dealer.
Yeah, I mean, we can do that. We also can look, because who knows what's in that lantern.
I mean, true.
It's kind of a room of requirement type situation. So
Well, we require a new phasing drive. That's what I call them.
yeah,
What did you
sure.
call it?
Patent pending. A phasing drive.
Yeah, not far off from what it does.
I'm pretty smart.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're not wise at all, but you are smart.
Two
Backhanded
different categories.
Well, good. I've only heard of it in passing. I really don't know how we would find it, but as long as we know what it's called, we can start looking for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so the 4 of you right now, plus the comatose,
I was going
Man.
to say, I'm still carrying an unconscious child.
are you going to take that child to Canis?
Yes, that was the plan.
Does anybody want to go with Bliss?
Goon
It's
does.
pretty much
I
the
mean-
only place that I'm useful.
I will go, yeah. Sure.
Even if I'm just going to get silenced again, I'll go.
Or about
These
Rebecca?
people are not nice to us.
No.
No, and they want us to fix their damn tower.
Yeah, they want our help for surprisingly little in return.
When we get back, we can talk about going on strike.
Mm.
I say we just mutiny.
Oh my god.
So,
All right,
I mean,
to Canis.
you can talk to Canis. You could also talk to Bellark about why you feel the need to help. But you want to go to Canis first. We can go to Canis first. Rebecca, are you okay with going to Canis?
Due to the fact that I am carrying an unconscious child, I'm probably going to head directly to where that's supposed to be.
So you go down to.
Oh, by the way, Bliss. Sorry.
Yes, hi.
I know how it can feel carrying, unconscious people. I just got to tell you, you gotta lift with your calves.
Ha 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 ha.
It's the second time I've said that joke, and it's still funny.
Very good.
All right. So you're gonna go down to basically Canis's offices, which are close to the infirmary. You come to a door. What would you like to do?
I can't really knock.
I mean,
So
you
I'm
don't
going-
have to knock. Somebody else can knock for you.
Yeah.
I was going to say I'm going to push the door open and say knock, knock. But
I'll open the door and say knock knock for you.
thank you.
All right, so you all kind of walk in and you see Canis is at his desk, and there's almost looks like he's in a tent, because there are like canvas screens placed all around him.
I see.
And he looks up from his desk and he's like, "Oh, I wasn't expecting you to be here so quick. How can I help you?"
Well, we were told that you might be a person who would be able to help us with information about something.
Yeah, with the spell plague, but
Right.
I'm
This
already
is
looking after one of your friends with that.
right,
Well,
but this
Friend.
child also has that.
What do you mean by friends with that?
So he pulls back the canvas and he shows you over to he brings you over to a bed where Sabbath is laying unconscious. Sabbath's eyes are milky and they're muttering. Marlith and Hestia are kind of looking, or after them. Yeah, this looks a
So
little bit
Sabbath
different.
has it?
Sabbath is, so Canis looks over and says, yeah, Sabbath is currently deep inside a coma with the spell plague. But looking at, the child that you brought and looking at Sabbath, it looks like it. I can't tell if it's the same thing.
It doesn't look the same. How do you know? I guess what are the common symptoms of the spell plague?
I can tell you that.
Right. I guess if they look very different, are they the same thing?
Well, there are theories.
Okay. Go on.
So Canis looks over, particularly at Rebecca, because Hestia and Marla are kind of like they're there watching over, but both of them have fallen asleep at this point. And Canis asks, before you guys came through the portal that you came through here, was Sabbath acting odd? Were they unconscious or like this before coming through the portal?
Rebecca shakes her head. Caw.
Roll deception.
A 24.
Wow. We are deceived.
Yeah,
Hey.
I don't think I can even make. I can't. Oh, I can barely make that if a nat 20.
Canis kind of looks over. He's like, well, that does kind of throw out one of my theories. I don't know. All we can do at this point right now is keep an eye on them. You can lay your child over here on this bed, and I'll keep an eye on them. But yeah.
I suppose, yeah.
So as you lay the child down, the child eyes are milky. Like they were milky before, but he wasn't chanting or anything like that. He wasn't muttering something kind of like almost inaudible.
Mm-hmm.
But once you lay him on the bed closest to Sabbath, you see his lips start to move.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. Have I ever encountered this with Sandy?
No.
That's new.
Can if anybody wants to roll an insight?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Nope, not very good. 8.
11.
Okay, what about Goon and or Rebecca?
17. But hold on, I think I got a negative to insult.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I got a 16 then.
Okay,
9.
9. Okay. So Goon, you're the only person that picks up on it, but as you're like watching them mouth words, or like as watching the lips move, you see that they are mouthing words. What languages can you speak?
Just looking into it right now. Give me a second.
No worries.
Features and traits, profiles, and proficiencies in languages. Common and Dwarvish.
Okay. You can tell that it's not either of those languages.
Well, I'm no help.
You, not to tell you what to do, but you can tell somebody that they're definitely mouthing words.
They're talking something, but I'm guessing it's just gibberish.
So
I say that to the team.
Rebecca will look a little bit closer. Well, I guess not look a little bit closer, but she'll get close enough where the movement of their mouth and breath will blow on their beak.
Okay. Can anybody here speak or understand Abyssal?
Nope.
No.
No.
Okay.
I was going to take that back in social studies class when I was younger, but never thought to.
So yeah, you do see that they do start like muttering. After about a minute, as you guys are kind of investigating, you see that something a little odd is going on. Can everybody roll me a perception check?
Yes.
I can try.
I'll say, Rebecca, you can roll this at advantage.
I rolled a 7.
I rolled a 5.
21.
15.
Okay. Corbin, you see this. Rebecca, you feel this. Rebecca, you feel like you actually hit your beak off of the children. You haven't moved, but you hit your beak off of one of the unconscious people in front of you. Corbin, you notice that when that happens, these two are levitating.
That's
Even
also
though-
different than what I'm used to.
Other than the two children from River's End, you've never seen two people spelled like this close together.
Huh.
Canis is looking over and he's like, this is so odd.
Yeah, that's the word I'd use.
Can you please help me move this child over here? I have some tests I need to run. Can you reach out to Bella as soon as possible? I'm going to give him some notes, but I think there's a few things he might need to enlighten you all about a couple of hours. This is very concerning.
I would say so. Yeah, we can go right now if you would like.
I'm sorry, but I do need to get to work here. I'll look after your ward here, and I'll look after Sabbath here as well. I'll send these two, and he points over to Marlith and Hestian. I'll send them up as soon as they wake. All right.
All right. Thank you.
So you leave his, we'll call it offices, and yeah, what would you like to do right now?
Well, we should probably tell Bellark, and then while we're there, ask to go to the new area, right?
Okay. So you go back up.
Yeah, we need to get a port somewhere.
Yeah, you're gonna need a portal, some kind of portal key. So you go back up to the atrium. Bellark is there. He's clearing off a table. This is like the lantern was on like first level, he's kind of reconstructing a few things and rebuilding some stairs that were broken in the cannon fire.
Yeah.
And as you enter this time, Spike has never seen it before, but he sees the maps that were put up and the sigils of the different dread generals, and walks over and kind of scratches where the Chimera general was, and looks over at Bliss and says, "Master, bad master."
Okay. So
Um,
that's where he's come from. That's his master.
Lovely.
Yeah, yep.
That would be the one that came through the portal, correct?
Right. He said it did. They did come. So, yep, it did, and so has he. He also maybe has something to do with Hestia, though that's still a little foggy to me. Like
Okay.
the other one that was with the tiefling with the spell plague.
Yes. The tall one, right?
The tall one.
Right. So you see Bellark here. What would you like to say?
Hey, Canis told us to tell you that we need to get told about a couple things regarding like the spell plague.
He kind of looks over at you. He says, "Something happened."
You could say that, yeah. Don't know if he wants to tell you about it just yet. He's doing some testing.
He looks down. He like kind of cracks up. He's like, "Yeah, I think there's quite a bit we need to talk about."
So
You give me.
are we?
Go ahead.
Are we going to talk about it?
I would prefer for our new friends to be here before we had an in-depth conversation. And it is going to take me a little bit to get some stuff in order. But I can leave you with this as I prepare a few things. We need to have a sit down. We all need to get on the same page. If what I fear is coming, then we all need to make sure that we're working in tandem. What I can say to you right now is that there are always more forces at work than you may understand or be able to physically see. I do not think that it is a coincidence that our new friends, kind of nods towards Rebecca, came here random. Don't think it was random that you were able to find the Canophic jars that you have already. There seems to be some power at play, whether it be the divine or something even older. But get some rest, and in the morning we'll start having a conversation.
Ooh, that's a really difficult note to leave people on. Okay then, says Bliss.
Yeah, really going to have some great dreams tonight now.
Right?
And that's where we're going to end tonight, mainly because I don't want to go too much farther without having at least Hestia here. I will add like an extra 20-minute kind of or so section to the end to kind of explain where Imogene is.
Yep.
But yeah, next week we'll have a little sit down. We'll have a little meeting. Everybody will get to speak. Everybody's going to be talking to each other.
Okay.
including Bellark. Bellark will be able to answer questions if you need him to, and he'll give a little presentation.
Ooh, is it gonna be
Will
PowerPoint?
there be a slideshow? Thank you.
I do well with graphs.
Yes, he casts a spell, PowerPoint.
Ah, perfect.
All right, so
Hey Jacob, did you know that the recording was in progress?
I was aware.
Great. Then let's begin.
Okay. All right, so aside from what everybody else has done so far, kind of at the same time that everything else is happening, you, Imogen, have gone through your sack and you've seen that you have a letter in your sack that you have not seen ever. You've never seen this letter.
Oh,
It's definitely something that has to have been slipped in. You don't know what.
okay. Interesting. Is there anything on the outside of the letter? Is it in an envelope?
It is in an envelope. Can you give me an investigation?
Yeah. 3 plus 8 is 11.
Okay, that's enough. So you kind of look at the envelope. It doesn't seem to have anything written on the front, but after you kind of tilt it in the candlelight, you see that there's like a gold filament on top of it. It's very faint. You have to hold it in the light a certain way to be able to even see it. And it looks like there isn't any words on it, but there is an emblem, and that is of a coiled snake.
A coiled snake.
Yeah. Would you like
Sorry,
to open
dog
it?
barking.
Oh.
Yes. I think, well, God, what if it's poison? No, probably not. Yeah, I'm gonna open it.
Okay. So you open it.
Imogene is curious. Too curious to not find out what it is.
All right. So you open it up, and there is it's like a very nice, very fine piece of parchment that has some hot, like very good calligraphy written on it. As you read it, it is directions, and it's odd because it's almost as if the directions are starting from exactly where you're standing right
Is there, like, can I do, I'm really bad at Arcana, so, but how could I find out if this is like an enchanted object? I assume that's what it is, right?
You can attempt to roll Arcana, or if you had any, you didn't really have any
No, I can't like detect magic.
No, that would be a spell.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Yeah,
Okay, well, we're just gonna try. 8 plus 2 is 10. Do I just assume it's magic?
Yeah, you just kind of assume it's magic. You don't know what kind of magic. You don't know if it's a certain spell or anything like that. But you assume that's magic.
Okay, well, it has directions from here. How far does it seem like it is? Where am I?
Not very. You're kind of in the middle of the woods. You're in the Wavering Tower. It basically tells you to wander in the woods for a little bit, and then you hit a path, and then you'll be at an inn.
What am I supposed to be doing right now? What is everyone else doing?
Everyone else is trying to tame a kobold and learning about spellblade.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I don't think that involves me. I guess I'm gonna go wander through the
No,
woods.
you're okay.
Yeah, I'll go see what's waiting for me at the inn. Imogene is very curious. The snakes are tentative, hesitant.
All right, so you're gonna follow the steps there.
Yeah, what are the instructions?
Okay, so it tells you to leave the tower, and after you leave the tower, it's almost like that piece of that like ink fades. You can still see that's there, but it seems to be like gray instead of black. It tells you to walk west for 5 minutes.
Is there, so like I can see the end point. I know it's an inn, right?
Yep.
Do I know where this inn is? Is there a clear road to it? Or am I just cutting through the bushes?
So after you go west for 5 minutes, you do hit a like gravel road, and you are able to follow that.
Okay, but from my knowledge, is there like a
Roll
road
survival.
that I
Roll
would
survival.
know is there? What am I rolling?
Yeah, roll a survival check.
Also not great. Not my strength. 12 plus 2 is 14.
That's good enough.
I just want to know if I have to follow this, or if I know where the inn is, if I can cut there, or if this is the most direct route.
This is the most direct way to get there. From what you're
They don't just have me like walking to points in the woods, like 5 meters toward this rock, and then you turn left.
Yeah, no. It basically its goal is to get you to the road, and you just follow the road.
Cool. I will easily follow a road. That seems not suspicious.
So after you follow the road, you get to this very small inn. There seems to be a couple of horses that are like tied to a post outside. What would you like to do?
Does it have a name? Do I recognize it? Is it the snake? Is it a coiled snake?
You don't see a name of it on the outside, which is a little odd for an inn. But
Poor advertising.
Pardon?
Poor advertising.
Yeah. But yeah, it effectively looks like a large shack more than an inn, but it has the basic amenities.
Is there like people outside? Am I the only one here?
There's no one outside, just the horses.
Does Krista only have Harry Potter related questions? The Shrieking Shack, the Marauders map. Wait, copyright infringement.
Also, by an author we don't want to talk about.
Also true. So true. Are there windows?
There are windows, but they seem to almost be kind of grayed out. Like not tinted.
Grayed out?
Yeah, like you can't really see in. You can't really see in. It looks dark inside.
But I'm the stealthy one. Okay, fine. Is the door locked? It's an inn, so no, right?
Yeah, you can go up to the door and try it.
I'm gonna go up to the door and try it.
Okay. So you're gonna try to open the door?
I am.
Okay. So you open the door, and you're instantly kind of met with a very like smoky, almost kind of I don't want to say sweet.
Is this what you meant by grayed out?
Yeah, so there's a lot of smoke. It almost smells like spicy. I guess is the way to put it. Possibly. And at the front of the door, you see two like either side of the door. You see two figures that are wearing like leather or studded leather armor.
Mhm.
Before they let you in, they ask if they can do a pat down.
Oh my God, what am I entering into? What am I wearing? What will they find? Sure. Uh, who's in charge here? Who wants to know?
They just kind of motion over to a table. It seems that there's not even a bartender here. There's no lights, nothing. It's all just the like dimming light coming up from the windows.
Mhm.
And you see a figure sitting at a table in the very middle of the shack, and they look like from where you're standing, they look mildly bulky and kind of familiar.
Mhm.
But they are very heavily obscured in smoke.
Okay, well, Imogene stands with her arms out.
So the guards do a little pat down. They ask you to hand over your sword and your bow.
Mhm.
And they basically wave you in to take a seat in front of the person
Figure
there.
at the table. Mhm.
Yeah. The person at
Imogene
the table,
will.
from
Is
what
there
you're
a
able
place
to
to get
see.
it?
Sorry?
Sorry?
So the person that's sitting at the table seems to be wearing a hat not unlike yours.
Not unlike mine. Oh my God, is this Andrea Vespen? Wait, where did I get my hat?
Andrea
I stole
Vesper.
it from her, right? Yes.
Yep.
But I'm wearing Justin's wife's dress. No, now I have armor on. And pants. Okay.
So
Imogene slides into the bench across from the shrouded figure.
Yep.
Hello, who's looking for me?
Oh, I think you know who's always looking for you, friend. And you see the shadowy hand. Like you're sitting across the table from them, you still can't make out what they actually look like until they take a match and they strike it against their finger and they light a candle sitting in the middle of the table. As the light, like the source of light, rose, you see that this person does not look like the shadow at all. It does not look like Andrea Vespen. They're seemingly not even wearing a hat. But
What?
you do see that this
Fucking magic.
you see that this person is a Serpus, like a lizard person, just like you. And it seems that they have they don't have snakes for hair, but their hair is in a very tight bun on the side of their head to make it almost look like eyes on the sides of their head, like very large chameleon type eyes.
Mm. Do I know this person? Have I
You
met
can roll.
this person?
You can roll an insight.
Oh, okay. Ha. 15 plus 2 is 17.
So you don't know their name, but you do know who they work for because they work for the same family that you were a part of.
Ah.
So they have with them another envelope. This one seems to be a little bit more not a little bit dingier. And they slide it across the table. It also seems to be a little bit thicker. They slide this envelope across the table. And it seems they want you to come in from the cold. Your wife misses you, Eugene.
My wife?
It seems that she has had a change of heart and has possibly fallen ill.
Fallen
God knows.
ill. Oh. Imogene grabs the envelope. It is thicker.
It is thicker, yeah.
I am going to open it.
Okay, so you open it, and it has a couple of not heirlooms, but pieces of fabric and stuff like that. Couple pieces of gold, love letters and such.
Love letters and such. fabric and gold. Is this from my wife?
Yes.
Oh boy. Love letter.
Now,
Imogene did not receive a single love letter in prison. And she was pretty sure their marriage was kaput.
if you want, you can look at the dates on the love letters if you'd like. You want to roll a quick investigation?
I think I'm good at that one. Oh, I'm really good at investigation. 14 plus 8, 22.
You see that these seem to be love letters that were written to you while you were incarcerated.
But I didn't get them.
Yep.
I didn't know.
Yep.
And then I wandered away and started this for nothing? Suddenly, Imogene misses her wife more.
Now, as you know, we can't just let you come back. There are things that are going to need to be done here. A little bit too... You've drawn too much attention to yourself right now. And
I'm a hero.
she takes out a couple of rolls of paper and she places them down. It's like, that's not what the report is. Do you want to look at the pieces of paper that she put on the table?
What? Who is reporting? Yes, I will look at the pieces of paper.
Yeah. So
They are broadsheets because I am wanted again, probably.
not just you. She has laid a number of wanted posters for all of you.
My friends.
Uh,
Imogene doesn't usually have friends. Corbin is definitely her friend, though.
Mainly, these are wanted posters in connection for the death of a witch hunter general
Oh shit, I think we actually did that.
and other offenses.
Oops.
No, oh, yeah, that was Corbin. Really, it was just, what's it called when you assist in a murder?
Accomplices?
Yeah, I'm an accomplice. Professional accomplice, actually, kind of. And they would know that.
Well, some stuff has changed back home. Yeah, there's been not quite a change in leadership, but a leadership change.
What the fuck does that mean?
Well,
They've changed their mind?
no, the leader of the family isn't just the leader of a family now. He has a kingdom. Mind you, it's small. But if you look through the papers that I gave you there, you will see an invitation. And put as many plus ones as you want on there, but you will have to return to that place. And then maybe he might let you see your wife.
What about my friends?
Like I said, you can put as many plus ones as you want to on there.
Okay. All right. Yep. Imogene is starting to freak out just a little bit inside because her cool, calm demeanor does not take into account her wife being maybe in trouble and still loving her.
So I hope I can rely on you forgetting that you've seen me.
Naturally. I already forget what you look like.
Good. And then you see, she's like, we'll be keeping an eye on you and we await your return. And then she just pinches out the flame on the candle. It's almost like there's a little flash and then you're alone.
Fucking magic.
And that's where we're going to end.
God damn it.